Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports, in conjunction with the R&A, present the final major championship of the year. Today, live second round coverage of the Open. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. Our leader on this Friday is our featured golfer. He's got a two-shot advantage here to begin play. Ooh, and a tough start to the morning here. That one a bit wild and into some early trouble. He'll have to conjure something from this lie because that is not very good. See if he can knock it on in two. That might have been okay if it stayed in that thinner rough, but I think this popped into that deeper area.
And that flop shot is actually a little bit of a flop. Comes up way short.
Oh, how about that for a little early round confidence? That is in for par here at the first, and the lead's going to remain 2. The second at 453 yards. This is a tough hole. Precision is a must off the tee because the landing area is a small one and features 3 very penal bunkers. The green is also well protected with 3 more bunkers, and the putting surface itself is anything but flat. The missed fairway at one didn't hurt him, but this, a much better tee shot as he is safely in the fairway. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
144 left to the hole. Hole cut right in the middle.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
Here we go. This one for birdie. Good job of deadening it right by the hole, but he could not get it to go in. That finished off for par here with the second, and he's going to stay 2 clear of the field. The third of 4 consecutive par 4s to start this front side is the 426-yard third hole. Hot bunkers aren't the problem here as they were on the first 2 holes, but thick rough is. A tee shot that takes the dogleg too sharply can leave one with a very difficult approach, or even worse, wind up out of bounds. And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. The lie is not a friendly one, but still a chance to get on in 2 with a good shot here.
Inexcusable.
Now a 7-footer. Nicely done. It is a par here at the third, and this will remain a 1-shot advantage. The last of the consecutive par 4s to grace this front side is this one, the 367-yard 4th. It's the shortest of the 4 by a considerable margin. Most golfers should be able to cover the fairway bunkers and be left with just a short iron in. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Not a lot of divot marks down here. A big drive, and now his second from close range. This a shade better than 50% on the make percentage. It's for birdie. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. And after the 62 yesterday, he'll move to 1 under for his round. Now to the first of Royal Liverpool's 3 par 5. It is the dogleg left, 520-yard fifth hole. Tee shots that can navigate the course to the left and the pot bunkers to the right should open up this green to be reachable in 2. By most accounts, this is the best birdie opportunity on this opening 9. A little too much roll on the back end there, and this is going to wind up diving into the heavy stuff. It is one of the more satisfying shots in golf, isn't it? Downwind to a par 5 the second, and you knock it on. Chance for eagle.
Certainly shortens up the par 5, that wind at your back, Rich, but you can just surf the wind. Just let that ball carry and just sail towards the green.
Can't tell you how good that is to get it to stop where it did from that far away. That is a super putt. Yeah, there's another one. Back-to-back birdies here at 4 and 5. And he's into double figures now at 10 under par, 2 under on his round. The first par 3 of the round is here at the 201-yard 6th. 2 pot bunkers left and 1 right of the green are to be avoided at all costs. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll remain 4 clear of the field. The 7th now at 481 yards, par 4. Hot bunkers left and right are definitely in play off the tee. Even if you end up in the fairway, the second shot is a demanding one, partially blind over a large tract of gorse and potentially 2 pot bunkers left. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for his second into the wind.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. On to the 8th, a par 4 at 436 yards. It features a familiar refrain: avoid the pot bunkers and the tall gorse. Doing so with your drive should leave a short iron in to a green protected by 1 bunker left and 2 to the right.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
So after the missed fairway, his second now from the rough at 8. Well, as an old baseball announcer once said, going,
Gone.
goodbye. Nope. That one finished off. It's a bogey here at number 8. And this is going to drop that lead down to 3 shots. The 9th hole at 218 yards of par 3. Bunkers front, left, and right protect a fairly narrow green that features more than its share of humps and hollows. Okay, you can see what he was trying to do right there. Maneuver that ball left to right. Just overcooked it a little bit. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second. Okay, good putt there for his par here at the 9th. And that will mean it's a 34 on the front side, 1 under par. The back 9 here at Royal Liverpool kicks off with a long one at 507 yards. It's a par 4. The landing area is a tough one to navigate. It's narrow, it has mounds, and it has thick rough left and right. Up near the green, the bunker front and right is incredibly deep and must be avoided at all costs. That was close to being good, but it'll hop off the fairway and into the heavy stuff. He's got a clear path to the green, but this definitely not where you want to be for your second. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Everything is coming up roses for our leader. How about this? Holding it from off the green to extend that lead. The 11th runs along the beach to the left, and this is a tough driving hole, a par 4 at 392 yards. The short length will likely entice most to air it out, but the more prudent play might be a 3-wood or an iron, because the small landing area gets tighter the further down the fairway you travel.
you
EA Sports, in conjunction with the R&A, present golf's oldest major and the final major championship of the year. Today, from the seaside town of Hoylake, we present live second round coverage of the Open Championship at Royal Liverpool. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. Our leader is indeed our featured golfer. It has been a textbook performance to this point. So let's get out to the course as we pick up the action starting at the par 4 11. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. We know he can move it. That ball was absolutely bombed. Now comes the touch shot, 83, 84 yards. See if he can play that two-check skipper and get it to stop.
That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Look at this putt. That is something special right there. From that far away to gauge that speed, that is so well done. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And this will stay a one-shot lead. The 12th at 449 yards is a dog-leg left par 4. Those that try to chew off too much of that dogleg could find themselves in trouble if they're unable to carry the course. The approach will be to an elevated green that slopes fairly severely from back to front.
They've all been going straight up until that one. A little bit of a test coming up.
It is in the rough, but it appears to be a pretty good lie. Should have a go at this. His second now at the 12th.
That's a good shot, and more importantly too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he's opened up a 2-shot lead here in round 2. The 13th is a par 3 of 194 yards. It yields another panoramic look at Hilbrey Island and the estuary beyond. But this could be a tricky little hole. Tee shots that land in that front right pot bunker rarely lead to a par. Okay, a friendly bounce there, and that will make its way onto the putting surface. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
For being such a long way out, it's pretty straightforward. You've just got to make sure you get it there.
Just gonna sneak on by. Okay, safely in for par here at 13, and he'll remain at -12. Now to, statistically, the toughest hole at the 151st Open, that being the 454-yard 14. This dogleg left features a bunker on the inside quarter left as well as 2 more to the right. As we saw with just about all the fairway bunkers here at Royal Liverpool, anything that winds up in one of these off the tee means you have little or no shot to get on in 2. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Wind coming from his right as he gets set for his second. That is not the spot to be. He has a 12-footer here. That is well read. A terrific putt there to save par. And he'll stay right where he is. The 15th is the longest hole on the course, checking it at a full 620 yards. The fairway is fairly generous by Royal Liverpool standards, though it does feature bunkers left and right. The issues tend to develop on the second shot, where you'll need to commit one way or the other to going for it or laying up. Oh, and that one nosedives right into the thick stuff. That could be problematic, to say the least. Problems starting to worsen now. Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Now, we've seen folks hang that putt out to the right. It does not move as much as you'd think, and that goes on by. Okay, a bogey here at the 15th, and he'll fall back down to 11 under. The final three-hole stretch begins with the par 4 16th at 461 yards. Most players should be able to move their tee shots beyond the 3 fairway bunkers, but more await up toward the green, 5 of them in total. And that one not going to stop in time. It'll roll all the way into the bunker. And this not a distance you practice all that often with your bunker shots.
Well, for such a big drive, I expected better out of that bunker shot.
Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And a very makeable look here. Not too much undulation at all. Maybe just a slight move to the right.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16, and he'll stay at 11 under par. Now to one of the more visually stunning holes on the course, the par 3 17th at 136 yards. This has everything you want in a classic par 3, and a lot that you don't, including steep runoffs, deep bunkers, and a tricky green to putt on. That's a fun tee shot to hit right there. You know the wind is at your back. You tee it high and just let it go. Get it up there in the jet stream, and that's just what he did. He's going to love that. finishing strong. That's in for birdie here at 17. And that is going to push him into the lead here on this Friday. Now to the closing hole at Royal Liverpool, the 609-yard par 5 18. This hole confounded some of the best in the world during the 2023 Open, including Ricky Fowler and Justin Thomas. Tee shots need to avoid the internal out of bounds to the right. Many wound up laying up and taking the danger out of play. Those who try to reach this green in two can often wind up in one of three deep, hot bunkers, short and left. Now, from just under 300 yards, a second from the fairway at the par 5. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
It's an aggressive layup, really, trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's two good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
Nine feet remaining here for birdie. Yeah, that's how to end it. Back-to-back birdies at 17 and 18. Well, it's a tournament full of storylines, but our featured golfer here on top of that famous yellow leaderboard after 36 holes at this Open Championship.
Claret jug, I mean, it looms so much in the foreground, doesn't it, Rich? And, it's the oldest championship in golf. If that doesn't get your attention, nothing will.
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. So long, everybody.